You know, we hear a lot of 911 calls. That is such a chilling 911 call, and it really captures the chaos inside the home with Demi. But what does it really reveal about Demi's issues? With me right now from Hollywood, Pat Lalama, investigative journalist at the crime network investigation Discovery, and Dr. Reef Karim, founder and director of the Control Center. So it was so chilling for me as I'm sitting there just riveting to listen to this call, and we get to hear just how terrifying those moments must have been while Demi's friends were waiting for the paramedics to arrive at her house. Pat, when you first heard this call on this tape, what was your reaction?
My reaction was exactly what I was already thinking, that this woman is on a slippery slope. AJ, I don't care if it's Adderall, like some reports are saying, or anorexia, or whatever it is that she's ingesting. There's a bigger problem here, and if she does it, they must stop referring to this as exhaustion. I know that's the PR, mantra, the code word. It's not exhaustion. She's on a slippery slope. If she doesn't do something now, she'll hurt herself, she'll hurt someone else, and I believe ultimately could get in some sort of criminal trouble. It has to stop now.
Yeah, and obviously nobody wants to see that happen. There's been no confirmation of any specific drugs involved, if any at all. And according to the person who called 911 when this was all going down, even Demi's friends don't know the full scope of everything that she's dealing with and exactly how she's handling it all. Let's listen to that together.
Is she breathing normally?
No, not so normal, but more sort of shaking from both things to me, but burning up.
All right, and what does she take?
Some form of, I think, and then she smoked something I didn't really see.
Okay.
She's been having some issues lately with some other stuff, so I don't know what she's been taking and not.
Don't know what she's been taking or not. All right, Dr. Reef Karim, I'm very eager to get your professional take on all this, what this new information, what this call reveals to you overall.
Yeah, there's a lot to consider here. One thing is that we've heard everything from prescription pills to inhalants, the nitrous oxide, all different types of things, smoking something. Convulsions occur because you have taken something, ingested something in the body, and the body is overwhelmed. So, forget this exhaustion stuff. What we're dealing with here is someone who's 49 years old that is partying or taking things or escaping because of this breakup and whatever stressors that are going on in their life, like someone who's younger, and your body cannot handle that kind of stress. So somebody in this situation needs to get help, needs to go to rehab, needs to get treatment, needs to have a good therapist, and needs to talk to somebody about this, because this is obviously a sign that she's being overwhelmed physically and mentally by all of this that's happening.
And quite frankly, I hear this and I have more questions tonight about exactly what happened to Demi. It's not clear what she took or what she smoked, if anything, or why. But the 911 operator did make it clear to the person on the other end of the phone that it was very important information, whatever she was doing or taking. Let's listen to that.
Whatever she took, make sure that you have it out for the paramedics.
Okay.
Has she done this before?
I don't know. There's been some stuff recently that we're all just finding out.
Is she a friend, relative? Who is she?
Friend.
Wow, I mean, it's just tough to listen to that. It is happening in real time. Understandably, parts of the call were edited out to protect Demi's medical privacy. So we don't know what drugs, if any, Demi took. But, Pat, you mentioned that you could see this turning into some sort of a criminal activity at some point. From what you have heard, do you think, based on this call alone, a police investigation actually could come out of this?
I don't think right now, and I'm not implying that she's going to go out and commit a crime. I'm only just saying, you know it as well. I've done many hits on your show. We've talked about celebrities who don't stop when they need to stop, don't at least ask the help, and it leads to something that could potentially be criminal. She could hurt herself. She could hurt another person. But you know what, AJ? There's something we're not discussing, and I think it's really telling. She recently did an interview, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe it's Harper's Bazaar, and she said something very telling. She said, I feel that I'm not worthy, or I'm going to die thinking I was never worthy of being loved, that there's something fundamentally wrong with me. These are huge issues that are deep-seated, that are lifelong lasting, that probably started a long time ago. Those are the things she needs to correct. Whatever she's doing right now is simply a mask. It's self-medication in an emotional sense.
Yeah, well, and as Dr. Reef Karim said, going to rehab right now sounds like it would probably be the best thing for her. And it's going to be interesting now to see if Ashton Kutcher, her soon-to-be ex-husband, does anything. There were reports, and we had seen pictures that he was out partying in Brazil when all of this was apparently going down. Now he is reportedly back in Los Angeles, staying silent. We hear that he is very affected and concerned here. It'll be interesting to see if he says something publicly, even to let the public know, hey, she is doing okay and getting the treatment she needs. But that's what we're hearing from her reps as well right now. As for right now, Pat Lalama, Dr. Reef Karim, I thank you both